birthright citizenship is under attack.
This next order relates to the definition of birthright citizenship under the 14th Amendment of the United States.
Yeah, that's a good one. Birthright. That's a big one.
President Donald Trump issued an executive order that aims to end birthright citizenship. Imagine a right so fundamental that it's in America's DNA for the past 100 years that is guaranteed under the Constitution, the 14th Amendment specifically. Well, that right is challenged today.
I think we have good grounds, but you could be right. I mean, you'll find out. It's ridiculous. We're the only country in the world that does this with birthright, as you know. And it's just absolutely ridiculous. But, you know, we'll see. We have very good grounds.
Let's summarize the executive order first. It has two main points. Number one, if the mother is unlawfully present in the U.S. and the father is not a green card holder or a U.S. citizen, then the child of this parent would not automatically be a citizen. Number two, if the mother is in the U.S. legally on a temporary visa or a visa waiver program, examples are H-1B visa, F-1 student visa, etc., but the father is not a permanent resident or a citizen, then the child that's born to this parent would also not be a U.S. citizen automatically. So how do we get here? To understand how we got here, we must look at this landmark case called United States versus Wong Kim Ark. Wong Kim Ark was born in San Francisco to two Chinese parents. At the time, his parents were not U.S. citizens due to the Chinese Exclusion Act, a piece of racist legislation that explicitly barred Chinese nationals from becoming naturalized citizens. At age 21, Wong Kim Ark traveled to China to visit his family. Upon returning to the United States, immigration authorities denied him re-entry, claiming that he was not a U.S. citizen. Wong Kim Ark challenged his rejection in court. The Supreme Court, in a 6-2 majority opinion, ruled in Wong Kim Ark's favor, establishing the principle that any person born on U.S. soil, regardless of their parents' immigration status, is a U.S. citizen under the 14th Amendment. Now, if you look at the case, and if you look at the majority as well as dissent opinions, the key legal debate came down to this language, which is subject to the jurisdiction thereof. The heart of Wong Kim Ark's case centers on the interpretation of this phrase. Majority opinion in Wong Kim Ark held that subject to the jurisdiction means being subject to U.S. laws. For example, if you're in a foreign country, you are subject to its laws. Therefore, the majority opinion held that Wong Kim Ark was clearly both born in the United States as well as subject to its jurisdictions. He was a U.S. citizen. Now, the dissenting opinion argued that subject to the jurisdiction meant being completely and exclusively subject to the U.S. jurisdiction. This is a highly restrictive interpretation, and it would include children of foreign nationals, even if born on U.S. soil. Now, let's talk about why Trump's executive order is dangerous. It directly undermines the Wong Kim Ark decision and the constitutional protection of the 14th Amendment. If this order is litigated, and it likely will be, it could reach the Supreme Court. Here's why this is alarming. The current Supreme Court has shown a willingness to overturn long-standing precedent, as we've seen in the reversal of Roe v. Wade. If the court revisits Wong Kim Ark, it could redefine or eliminate birthright citizenship fundamentally, and it will alter the identity of citizenship in America. This is one of those once-in-a-century legal battles that are critical in defining what it means to be an American. Follow me for more updates.